Right, welcome to the Conservation Games. It is match number 33, and tonight's contestants are all the way from London, former Zimbabwe Olympic diver, Tracy Cox. Tracy, nice to see you. Welcome to the Conservation Games. It's been a long time. You're looking well. Tell us, what are you up to? And obviously not diving anymore, but living the life in London town.
Thanks, Pozzo. Yeah, I can't believe I've been here 20 years now. I moved over and I now have a career, as it were, in investment banking. But my major hobby that I absolutely love is volunteering. And I work with disabled athletes and also wounded or injured veterans who also suffer from mental health issues. So that gives me a really cool life, and I absolutely love it.
Fantastic. And your opponent tonight, born in Kitwe, but raised in Zimbabwe. He was part of that famous Natal rugby side of the 90s that featured the likes of Craig Jamieson, Well Bartman, Hugh Reese-Edwards, and one Henry Honeyball. It's a welcome to Tony Watson. Tony, nice to have you on the Conservation Games.
Thanks, Poz. I'm pleased to be a part of it, to be fair.
And it is, of course, the Lions taking on the Leopards. Those are the two teams, respectively, that you represent. And, of course, all the points go towards your team. So it's a tough thing, but it's a lot of fun. And we look forward to a great game. Tony, tell us, what are you up to these days?
My family and I, we live in St Andrews in Scotland. And we have an 8-bedroom Victorian guest house, which is about 200 yards from the first tee of the old course. So yeah, quite a different environment to the one that I was used to in Africa. But it's a very special place, and we live a very privileged lifestyle here. So yes, special place.
And do you get to play much on the old course?
You know what? I don't get a chance to play much golf. We run the house entirely on our own, my wife and I. So it's a really busy place. Apart from just being a university town, as you mentioned, golf is, it's everything here. Bit of a ghost town at the moment, but sure. That'll change soon.
Let's hope so. Oh, fantastic. Well,
yeah.
I might come and visit you one day.
You're very welcome.
Right. I've got the coin. Obviously, ladies first. So, Trace, left or right?
Right, please.
Right, okay, so you use the toss.
Bad omen, Tracy. That's a bad omen.
So, Tony, you win the toss, and
yes.
You get to ask Tracy 2 questions of your choice, which have just been sent through to you.
Yes.
Every question is worth 2 points, and then when we get to the conservation questions, they are also worth 2 points, but if you're not sure and want to pass it over, it can be passed over, so you can pick up a bonus point. So, right, your first question to Tracy.
Tracy, what was my number? What number jersey did I play in?
14.
Ooh, she's been doing her homework. Right wing.
Yeah, very
Tony,
sharp.
was that
Marc
where you played your entire? Did you play your entire career on the wing?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Right.
I wasn't good enough to play anywhere else, boss. So I could hide on the wing there. Easy for me.
Oh, but I have heard by the grapevine that you were pretty useful over 100 meters, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, your next question?
Tracy, next question. My career came to quite an abrupt end. I had a pretty bad collision with another player on the field. Who was that player?
It was Uli Schmidt, and he broke your jaw.
Yeah, amongst a whole lot of other things. Yes, you're quite right.
Just briefly tell us what happened there.
It's a contact sport. In today's rugby rules and conditions, something like that would never have happened, which means the game is better, it's safer. But I went up for a high ball, and he jumped in from an offside position with his knees up and hit me square on the side of my face. So this whole part shifted across, and I have a few metal plates, one around here and one in here. But I'm good.
Have you spoken
I
to
didn't
him
play
yet?
again after that, which was the sad thing. But you find other things to keep you competitive and entertained, I think.
Did you talk to each other after that?
I came across Uli. He's now he's a doctor, medical doctor.
That's right. Yeah, he's a
I'm
medical
told
doctor. Yeah.
practicing. Yeah, he's practicing in Australia. And I came across him. I did a little bit of television work for SABC, and I came across him at a cocktail function. And Uli, how are you? My Afrikaans not so good, and his English not brilliant. But he sort of said, "Are you okay?" So I said, "No, good. I'm here." So that's as much as I've said, and that's as much as I can tell you.
Okay. Right. So maximum points for Tracy. She's got 4 points. Trace, you get to ask Tony 2 questions.
Tony, in the 1982 Commonwealth Games, I placed 10th and 9th respectively in 2 disciplines. What were
Yes.
they?
You think you got me. In the 10-meter board, which you didn't normally do, you were normally 1 meter and 3 meter. It was the 10-meter and the 3-meter. Am I right?
That is correct. Yeah,
Correct.
they didn't have 1 meter at those games, so
They didn't? Yeah. Okay.
Well done, Tony. You've been doing your homework.
Yes. That was lucky.
Right. Trace, you got to find a more difficult one now.
Which university did I attend in the US?
That's easy. Arizona.
Is it not?
No, I'm not having that because
Why?
there's 3 universities in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Actually,
Okay.
correct.
I didn't know that.
So far you've got 1 point. I'll
Yeah.
give you 1 for the Arizona.
Now, you know what? I would be guessing, so I think I'm going to have to concede. I'm sorry. I don't know.
So there's Northern Arizona University.
Hold on a second. It would be the Western. No. Oh,
No.
okay.
There's also the U of A, University of Arizona, which is in Tucson, and the one I went to was Arizona State in Tempe.
Okay. Did I not say Arizona State?
No, you clearly said Arizona. But anyway, I'm going to give you a point for the Arizona.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Yes. Right. Let's move on to the second part of the games, where we go into our conservation questions. As I said, the rule's pretty simple. 2 points for a correct answer. If you don't know the answer, I will pass it on to your opponent.
Yes.
Let's first of all start with you, Tony. Okay. Your favorite animal being the elephant.
Yes.
Now, if you look at the side profile of an adult elephant's head,
Yes.
what is the difference between the male and female?
Well, the side profile. The male is taller in the shoulder than the female.
Yeah.
And there's a slight hump in the back of the elephant. Sucking at straws a little bit here.
I couldn't tell.
And the male's head is a lot broader on the top of the shoulders, a lot broader than the female's head. The female's head is kind of a little narrower and sharper. So yeah, those are the kind of differences I see in the elephant.
Okay, you're not too far off. Trace, would you happen to know?
I don't, I'm afraid, and I'm not even going to
So
try.
I'm gonna be fair here.
The
Tony,
male's head is much broader.
I'm gonna give you a point, okay? Because the female forehead is almost a right angle, horizontal, vertical, almost square to, whereas the male forehead is more rounded.
Okay.
So
Yes.
we're sort of on the right sort of track. So
Thanks, Poz.
I'll be fair and give you a point.
Thank you.
Right. Your second conservation question.
Yes.
One was designated as a game reserve in 1928. In what year did it become a national park? Was it 1930, 1945, 1961, or 1980?
It wouldn't have been in 1980 because there were a lot of other things going on in that year. I'm going to go with 1961.
1961.
Yeah.
Correct. 2 points.
Lucky guess.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. So, your favorite national park being Nyanga, can you tell us the Mutterezi Falls that fall off the Nyanga Plateau into the Hondi Valley are Zimbabwe's highest falls? What are the total height? They are 250, 450, 770, or 980 meters. Which one?
I think it's 770.
Spot on. Spot on. It actually split into two drops, the highest being around 400 meters. They're actually the second highest falls in Africa and the 17th highest in the world, believe it or not. So, yeah, well done. See,
Thank you.
she learned a lot at the Jeff Cox Adventure Center. Right, your next question there. The lion being your favorite animal. When a lion is born, how heavy would you expect it to be? And I'll give you 200-gram leeway.
Oh gosh. How heavy? Well, I remember reading that an adult male is like something like 250 kilos, thereabouts.
So when it's born, yeah.
When it's born. So if a mom has what, 5 or 6 cubs, maybe 20 kilos.
Is that your final answer?
Maybe that's a bit big.
Maybe
Maybe 10. 10.
10. Okay. Incorrect. Tony, you can pick up a bonus point here.
They're much smaller than that. I mean, I would say at around about 3 pounds, somewhere there.
Give it to me in kgs.
About 1.4 kgs, somewhere there.
Yeah, 1.5.
How good is that, Tracy?
Jeepers.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Right, so it's getting very interesting between the Lions and the Leopards in this match number 33 as we go to our break. And then when we come back, it's to see if you know a thing or two about the sport that you play. Don't go away.
Our wildlife needs help. Tourism to Africa is at an all-time low. You can assist by liking and sharing the conservation games. You can contribute financially by hitting the donate button on the Zambezia.com website. Let's get together and back up the frontline conservation team.
Right, we are back, and it is Tracy now to ask Tony 2 questions about Tony.
Tony, in
Yes.
what year did Ian McIntosh join the Natal coaching team?
If you're asking me when Ian McIntosh became the coach of the Natal team, 1986 is correct. But he joined the Natal coaches of the entire union. He used to run the school's programs earlier than him becoming the coach of the Natal side.
You'll get the points, but I'm going to take that up with take that question up with Robin.
Okay.
Right.
VAR.
Thanks, Tracy.
Well played, Trace. Okay. Next
Oh.
question.
Second question is, who were the loose forward trio for Natal in the 1990 Currie Cup final?
Oh, Andy Aiken as number 8. Val Bartman and Steve Atherton.
Correct. Absolutely correct. But Tracy can make a comeback as you get to ask Tracy about her career.
Tracy, you won silver in the 1 meter springboard event in 1990. Who won the gold?
That was Mary DePiero of Canada.
Correct.
So next question, Tony.
Tracy, the following year, in 1991, you competed in the World Aquatic Championships in the 3 meter springboard. What position did you come?
I came 9th.
Yes, you did.
That was my highest world ranking. So a very significant competition for me.
Well done.
Thank you.
You're up there. Perfect.
Maximum points. Now it all gets exciting because 11 plays 10, and this is where we have a lot of fun. As you can see, I have 5 cards. Which one?
The piggy in the middle, number
Piggy
3.
in the middle, number 3. Okay. A fish, eagle, flap, and call. Remember, this is worth 5 points.
Okay. Okay, you'll have to bear with me because
That's
I have.
fine. No problem.
Can you hear that?
Very good. Very, very good.
Yeah, very good.
Yes, very good.
I am going to give you, out of 5 points, Trace, that's good effort. I'm going to give you 4 out of 5 for that.
Very good.
4 out of 5. Right. We've eliminated the fish, eagle, and the flap. That leaves just 4 cards. Right, Tony, what number will it be?
Oh, let's go for number 1, Poz.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Elephant, ear, flap, and charge.
This is when I'd like to be Val Bartman. Let me tell you a quick story about Val Bartman.
Yes.
And he is one of the most wonderful men you'll ever meet. But he is as tough and as strong as an elephant. And if you've ever seen him play, he's the most robust forward. But he tends to get a very, very raw ear, because when you pack down on the side of the scrum, one ear is taking a hit all game. Sorry if I'm going off the tangent here.
No.
It might pertain to my story with the elephant. So every time he would come in from a game, this ear would be absolutely raw. When I say raw, it's dripping with blood. And he made the mistake of saying to Dick Muir, "Phew," he said, "Dickie, my ears row." Dick said to him, "The best way to fix that, Val, is to spray Shield deodorant on it." Okay? Now, you must picture the scene. Val, he's not good with the English yet at that time, and he hasn't really picked up that Dick Muir is always going to be playing a joke on him. So Dickie says to him, "Hold on, I've got my deodorant here." He says to me, "Waddy, can I have the deodorant?" I give him the Shield deodorant. Dick, I see what's going to happen. I start to run. Dick starts to spray a generous amount of Shield deodorant onto this raw ear. Let me tell you, it doesn't matter what elephant you've heard. This one coming charging out of the change room, following Dickie and I, was a very, very angry one. So I'm going to try and give you that scene, and that's how you're going to see the elephant come charging out of the change room, Poz.
Okay, right.
You've got to get off my lap. So I can imagine that the ears are going like this. So we've got a raging Val Bartman coming out and, Pete Mueller, where are you? That's as close as you're going to get to my African elephant, Poz.
Okay, fair effort. I'm going to give you 3 for that. So
That's very generous.
that actually takes the match to 14 apiece.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well,
Fantastic, because of course
I
all the
think I
points go
escaped
to the
today.
Lions and the Leopards. So I think your team captains will be over the moon with your scores today.
yeah.
So before we end off, Trace, let's come to you. Let's just talk about conservation and where do you see conservation in the next 10 years?
Let's strip back what's happened because of COVID and what everyone has done, to create awareness. So hopefully there's been a lot of people out there who've had time to, be still and take stock of this. And the likes of Luke and Robin, who've created this platform to make a difference and create awareness, whether it's financially and make donations. But absolutely, if we can carry on with this movement and this traction, hopefully things will get a lot better and we'll get the habitats and conservation under control. We've certainly made a difference on the carbon footprint, but that's because of the situation. But hopefully there's been lessons learned in that and how we should take things forward.
Okay. Tony, conservation, obviously being brought up in Africa, born in Zambia, it will always be, there will always be a place in your heart for conservation, wouldn't there?
Without a doubt, Poz. I'm really worried for conservation in the next 10 years in Africa. I must be honest with you. I think there are a number of circumstances that are making it very difficult for those people that care for conservation to be successful in their role of creating conservation to the point where not only do they deal with man, but they're dealing with a change in weather patterns, they're dealing with droughts, they're dealing in people that live in the surrounding areas that are playing a very active and poorly role in conservation. And I think the education of those people is not good. And I think that we as, people that perhaps can make a difference need to be doing more. It's all fun to be doing these kind of things, but action speaks greater than words. And all that you hope is that this movement gains some traction with people that have the financial means to make a valid contribution.
Yeah.
The corporates, you need to involve the corporates. You need to involve those people that are generous with their monies. Otherwise, the battle is going to be one that's, going to be lost. And once it's gone, it's gone. We've been seeing some stories here about the effects of plastic on our environment, the effects that we as man are having on our environment. And I just hope that Africa is one of those places that gets cared for. It needs it.
Very good. Trace, well, thanks for playing. We hope to see you, obviously, once travel sort of gets a little bit better. I hope you've got Zimbabwe on your calendar for a visit.
Absolutely, it's on my bucket list. I want to go to places in Zimbabwe that I've never been to before, and having the clips and being on these WhatsApp groups and people sharing, it's got me all hyped up and excited again, and I just can't wait to go back home.
Excellent. Tony, just quickly before you go, is South African rugby in a good place?
I think South African rugby is in a very good place if it wants to be. coming off such an amazing victory in the World Cup should put you in a great position. But unfortunately, the currency situation means that so many of our very talented and up-and-coming young players are playing their rugby overseas. And I think it's got to the point now where not only are players who are playing at senior level finding their way overseas, we're finding kids that come out of their school years, their matric years, coming directly to France and the UK to play rugby. But it doesn't matter what happens when you have 15 players on the field wearing that Springbok jersey. Always expect the unexpected, because they tend never to let us down. They are a very, very, very passionate team, and I think under the guidance of the coaching setup at the moment, and the talent of some of the black players coming through is just fantastic.
Phenomenal.
And I'm a Sharks fan through and through, and we got some guys there that are going to light the world up soon. So, yeah, I'm excited, but it's difficult.
Well, guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for playing. Keep well in Wimbledon. Keep well in St Andrews, and we look forward to seeing you all again soon. Thanks for playing, and look after yourselves, guys.
Thank you,
Trace, if you fancy coming up to St Andrews, please come and visit us. Bring your family. Come and see us here.
I would love to. It's a lot like in Nyanga, I think. Only a lot colder, actually. But thank you.
I think you're right.
Yeah, just a little bit colder, yes.
Excellent, guys. Thank you. Keep well and keep safe.
Take care, everybody.
And thanks for your time.